Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today we're going to be talking about Bloodsong by Anthony Ryan. So I read this book earlier this month, and I decided that I should be doing a book review for it. So I'm going to quickly go through my pros and cons list that I made while reading it, and explain some things. So basically this book is about a boy named Valen, who is the son of this crazy war hero from this country, and his dad, at the beginning of the book, takes him to like a monastery type of thing and drops him off and leaves him there. The monastery that he leaves him at is called the Sixth Order, and in this world there are 6 orders to what's called the Faith. And the Faith is the main religion of this country, and the country has outlawed any other faith or any other religion, and so the Faith is the one and true religion of this country. The 6 orders all have different responsibilities, and the Sixth Order is in charge of being the battling monks and stuff like that, so they are all really good warriors. So to become a full brother of the Sixth Order, you have to go through this really tough training, and you have to do all these trials, and if you can't complete one of the trials, you get kicked out of the program, and you are basically just given a couple coins and shoot out the door. This book is a lot like the King Killer Chronicle in terms of how it's told. It's told by a famous warrior that's telling a chronicler his experiences, and the chronicler writing them down. So let's just start off with some of the good things that I really enjoyed about the book. Number one, I really enjoyed the beginning of this book. The beginning of this book is incredible. I lost so much time while reading it. Hours would pass and I was just reading this book, and I did not notice how long I was sitting in my bed reading this book. It was that good and that engrossing. It was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed the beginning of this book. Valen is extremely smart. He is a very smart character, and as he's going through this training at this battle monastery of the Sixth Order, he makes a lot of good decisions, and he's not perfect. He has a hard time with certain things. He has to train harder in certain things, so he's not a perfect warrior, and he's not just naturally good at everything, but he just tries really hard, and he's got a lot of good moral characteristics that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the main character of this story. The political setup of the world is really cool. There's a king, and at some point there was a separation of church and state. So the king, did this one thing, and he had his powers, and then the faith and all the orders had their own power, and they answered to their own judicial system. But now, as time has gone on, the orders of the faith and the king have kind of started to intermingle, and so the king is starting to have influence over the orders. So that is starting to cause some problems and some tension between the king and the faith. I really enjoy the magic system that is in these books. It's called the Dark, and people that use the Dark are pretty much hunted down and killed. So having magical abilities is not a good thing, and you have to hide it if you do have them, or run. So yeah, I really enjoyed the Dark and learning about the Dark and learning other people's perspectives of the Dark, because you meet characters from other countries, and yeah, so not everyone has the same opinion as this country that Valen is from. I'm excited to see the Dark and the magical system expanded in the future books. I really enjoyed just the journey, in general. It was so good. It was so much fun. Going through the experiences of Valen's trials and tribulations, training to become a brother of this order, and just learning about his life. It covers a big portion of Valen's life, so I really enjoyed learning about all of those things, and just seeing him going through all these adventures was a lot of fun. And the last thing I'm going to say that I really enjoyed about the book was the twist. It had so many twists, and it was just not as predictable as a lot of novels that I've read. So it was really enjoyable to have all these different things going on, and some things coming out of nowhere, and yeah, it was really enjoyable, and I really liked that about the little book. And I really liked that about the story. Okay, so on to some of the things that I did not like. I didn't really like the middle chapters of this book. At around page 300, Valen makes this decision that I just don't think he would make. I don't know, I just thought it was so out of character, and it kind of threw me out of the story for a little bit. But eventually, he goes back to how he thought it would be. So it was just that little portion of the book that I was just kind of like, what the heck is going on? But it didn't detract too much from my enjoyment of the novel. Also, the secondary characters can get a little mixed up with each other. Valen's fellow initiates, I guess not initiates, but the people that are training with him, they're all good at one thing, and sometimes they can get a little mixed up because they all end up having the same personality and talking to Valen in the same ways. So yeah, some of the secondary characters could just get mixed up together, and they didn't really have a very clear, distinct place in my mind as I was reading. And the last thing that I didn't fully appreciate was Valen's opinion of his dad didn't really make sense to me. Valen has a very strenuous relationship with his father because he is bitter that his father dropped him off at this battle monastery, but he doesn't really have a reason to hate him. Like, I just don't get it. Like, the dad tells Valen that he pretty much loves his kid, so like he tells him that he loves him, but Valen still hates him. So I don't really get that whole thing, so I didn't really understand it, but yeah, that was just a small bit. Overall, I gave this book a 4.5 stars out of 5 stars. I really liked it. It was just that middle portion that I didn't really like that bumped it down to 4.5, but I thoroughly enjoyed this book, and I cannot wait to read the second book with my buddy reading group. I got it, it's right there, so yeah, I'm very excited. So that's my review for Bloodsong. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and comment down below if you've read Bloodsong, or if you're interested in reading Bloodsong, or if you are trying to read Tower Lord and you want a buddy read it, let me know that as well. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!